Well, this is it. We've reached the end. I'm not going to do it. The end of Sci-Fi Saturday. That's right. This is the season finale of Sci-Fi Saturday. And we're looking at James Cameron's lost masterpiece, The Abyss. Yes. And I just want to put out there that, well, my expectations were, well, I was very confused when this film started, and they started going underwater, and I went, wait, I thought this was about aliens in space. Nope, it's about aliens underwater, because it's James Cameron. The Abyss is one of those movies where, much like one of Cameron's other films, True Lies, for the longest time, only thing you could get is a DVD copy. Maybe even a VHS if you look through your thrift stores, but the most recent physical media release was a DVD. That was the newest physical media release you could get. Wasn't streaming, nothing. And then, March of this year, they finally released The Abyss and True Lies and Aliens, but I didn't get that one. At least not yet. But I had to get this because I'm a big Arnold True Lies fan, and I went for the longest time to get an upgrade, to get a Blu-ray and a 4K. And then I decided, what the hell, might as well get this, the Blu-ray and the 4K. And let me tell you, it flew! Let me tell you, okay? It looks gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It is. It looks good. And I only watched the HD, the DVD. Thank you. The Blu-ray. The Blu-ray. I only watched the Blu-ray version, not the 4K. So I can imagine. Put it on a 4K TV. You know, they re-released this last year. In 4K version in theaters. Also, I want to point out I watched the theatrical version, not the special edition, because I wanted the theatrical experience. I wanted the version that they watched in theaters. Also, this movie is already over 2 hours, and with the extended scenes, it's almost 3 hours. So I figured, here, where is it? Do I have it in the back here? Not in the back of this one. Hold on. Let me look in the case here. Okay, so okay. So 140 minutes for the theatrical version. That is 2 hours and 20 minutes for those who don't know. And then the special edition is 171 minutes. That's an extra 30 minutes. So yeah, 2 hours and 51 minutes. So, yeah. So I'm going to go for the one that's less. From what I can tell, what was taken out was more focus on the U.S., Soviet, the Cold War stuff. More focus on some of the relationship issues between Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio and Ed Harris, who play an estranged married couple. And an extended ending where the aliens are going to wipe out Earth with a wave, but stop because of the kind words that were said between Ed Harris and his wife. That makes you believe that humans are not bad. And this means that the extended edition has a humans are ruining the Earth message, which is Cameron's way. Terminator is one of those things that because the humans are depending on the AI, which is happening, Y'all need to pay the fucking attention and stop messing with the AI because the Terminators are coming. You know, you keep doing that, and soon you. Y'all didn't watch Terminator enough, and y'all head in that direction. Stop it. Bad. Anyway, when a nuclear Soviet submarine is found, oil riggers are sent down to get it. Yeah. And what starts is an normal mission underwater, turns deadly when one of them, a mustachioed Michael Biehn, who looks like he just jumped off the set of Tombstone. Maybe he kept the mustache when he went to Tombstone. Yeah, because this was before Tombstone. The mustachioed Michael Biehn, due to being underwater for so long, his brain is cracked, and then he's trying to set off a nuke. Really, the aliens are not a major part of this movie. Maybe the extended edition they were. I don't know, but they have an encounter with the alien that's in like a form of a water. And then it takes Ed Harris's face. But then like all the stuff with the alien is towards the end of the film when Ed Harris goes out to get to the submarine. And he knew it was going to be a one-way trip. And he has to deactivate the nuke, is what it is. And so he knows it's a one-way trip. And so, but the aliens save him. And they play back the message. Where here, playing back the message doesn't do much other than show that he's not a bad person, I guess. But I do like, they think he's dead, and then they make contact with the people on the surface, Chris Elliott and all that. And then when he comes back to like, it's Bud, and he's like Virgil Brigman, how do you put it? Virgil Brigman on the air, back on the air, which, even in typing to make it sound like Ed Harris, sound like somebody's like, Virgil Brigman back on the air. You guys better hold on. You ain't gonna believe this. The spaceship boosts them up, which they even say like their brain should be mush because you cannot go up through the water fast. You get what are they called? What's that called? 47 meters down had a whole thing where you get messes with your brain. But the aliens don't do that. They save them, I guess. Movie ends with a smooch because they're back together. But yeah, I went through the basic motions of it, but let's talk about the other stuff. Ed Harris is great in this film, and am I to think they added more hair to his head because he doesn't have that much hair in the movie? The thing he covered up here, but I swear, there's no way he had that much hair in the movie. This is like what they did to Van Damme. Yeah, apparently Cameron wanted Ed Harris from the beginning. Studio was like, I don't know, because he was losing his hair, and they didn't think he was leading man. At one point, Harrison Ford was on board. I could just imagine. We gotta stop that nuke. It belongs in a museum. Or he yells at Michael Biehn, get off my sub. I don't know. But, among others, but Harrison Ford is the one that pops up. But Ed Harris is really good, as is Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. I gotta keep saying it because I called her Mary Stuart Mastrantonio. I think I was thinking of Mary Stuart Masterson, which is a different actress entirely. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio is Maid Marian from the Kevin Costner Robin Hood movie. And she is good here, and, they call her the bitch. And then there's a moment where she's talking to Ed Harris. It's very weird, because he's in this suit, but he can't speak to them. Because there's also a liquid inside the helmet. I guess it's supposed to help them breathe? I don't know, I didn't get that. He puts the helmet on, and it starts to fill with water. I'm like, wait, what's the point of wearing a helmet then? I don't know. But he talks via a typing thing? Does he type it, or is it translate his thoughts? I'm not sure. Maybe they showed it. I don't know. But it's very confusing. You have to pay attention because, like, at one point I'm like, is she just having this conversation by himself? Can he not talk? And I look over. Oh, he's typed. There's no beep 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 beep. Beep, to let you know he's typing. You just gotta look. You gotta pay attention. You're not paying attention. Over here trying to create lamb chop on W2K24, and yes, I was. That's true. I did it. Thank you, Eric Rowan Mask. But all of a sudden I'm like, why is he not? Oh, he is typing. Okay, or something. There's like a text to speech or something. I don't know. And then you have Michael Biehn, who is playing one of the most psychotic motherfuckers I ever seen. He's played heroes, he's played villains, he played nut jobs, and this is the nut job role. He really brings it all. This guy's lost his mind, and so they have to try to stop him. At one point, Ed Harris tries to attack him with a lead pipe or something, and they get into it, and then that leads to the chase in two different, submarines, and that's where Ed Harris, is like, okay, I gotta go out there to get the nuke, and all that stuff, and yeah, the special effects. This was 1989. This is 2 years after I was born, and of course they've updated them. You think, a movie from 1989 didn't get an update till this year? Oy, they actually don't look that bad. They actually pretty good, especially when he gets down underneath with all of the aliens and stuff. It looks pretty damn good. Right? It looks pretty damn good. It's very well done. It looks. Does it say who did the effects on this thing? Probably on this one. I don't know. I'm assuming it's something like ILM, but I'm not exactly sure. But it looks good. And there's also some practical stuff too. But, for the most part, it's CG and it looks good. Then there's the music. The music is fantastic. And I did not even have to look up who it was. I did afterwards. But I was like, towards the end of the film, there's this music as the ship is rising. And I went, who did this music? Sounds like a Hans Zimmerman or Silvestri. Sounds like Alan Silvestri. Sure enough, looked it up. Alan fucking Silvestri. I call it. So, yeah. And his score is fantastic. It is very well done, Got that whimsical nature, also got that serious nature when you need to. It works. James Cameron put these guys through a lot, apparently. So much so that, reportedly, it caused Ed Harris, when he was driving, to pull on the side of the road and break down and cry. Apparently he almost drowned, supposedly. The scene where they filled the fluid up, apparently that might have been when he almost drowned. They were filming during the day, but something broke on the thing, so they had to film at night because you'd be able to see through because they're filming underwater and stuff. So, yeah. There's, what else do I say? I enjoyed this, but I cannot hide that I was disappointed when I found out it wasn't in space like I thought it was. You look at this and you think, oh, they're on a spaceship, right? You think James Cameron and there's aliens. By the way, the aliens look like giant glowing stingrays. That's what they look like when they're not impersonating Ed Harris as water. But it's very well done. Yeah. And from aliens in the water, and now we have Avatar in the water. I'm actually going to give this a low, pretty good. I enjoyed this, and I can only, then I have the 4K. I can rewatch it again. I eventually, one day, will get a 4K TV and a 4K player. I have enough 4Ks in my collection. It's probably gonna look fantastic on 4K. I even have Halloween on 4K. That would, you know. So, yeah. So there it is. I finished off Sci-Fi Saturday. Thank you. This has been a great season. I'd probably have to buy more sci-fi movies to do a second season, but we'll wait till next year for that anyway. This has been fun to go through the sci-fi films that I have. Excuse me, but I think you know what? It got me to watch a whole lot of more movies. The Blomkamp films, and let me rewatch like the Blomkamp films. Got me to rewatch some that I haven't seen in a while, like Real Steel and Starship Troopers, and then Abyss is another new one. So yeah, this was fun to go through the sci-fi, which is a genre that unfortunately is my three favorite genres: horror, action, and comedy. Sci-fi is up there too. Sometimes sci-fi can cross over with action, aliens, or cross over with horror, Alien. Also Terminator. But sci-fi is those that I is a genre that I is still there. It's the fourth wheel, but it's still around. You know. Well, if I was into a fifth wheel, what would the fifth wheel be? A romantic comedy? Drama? No. I don't know. Maybe there's not a fifth one. Fantasy. Fantasy, like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. Who knows? So, what are your thoughts on the Abyss? Sorry, the Abyss. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.